All right, hi guys. I'm going to show you everything I'm going to show you today are my 45s and vinyls. I won't show the CDs of my Kalamazoo, Michigan record haul. So, huge one. I live in Florida now, but this haul is from all things in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started because there's a lot to show you. There was a record. There's two record stores, and then I'll show you all the records I picked up at the record show, which was a lot. And then I picked some up from a guy named Harvey, and I'll show you those. He actually goes. You can go in his home and buy them, and I'll explain that later. But I'll show you the 45s to start. Stevie Wonder, Part-Time Lover, and Instrumental. Some of these were be gifted to me by my brother. The first three or four were. Richard Marx, Hold On to the Night, and Lonely Hearts. Hold on to the lonely hearts. Steve Miller, Abracadabra. You probably can't even see that because of the glare. Yeah, you can see it from there. And what's the B-side? Baby Wanna Dance. This is a pretty... Look at the eye. This is a pretty underrated album by him. I like it. Jay Giles, Centerfold, and maybe my favorite B song of all time, Rage in the Cage. Great single by both songs I like by Jay Giles. I'm a little sick of Centerfold, but fuck it, I still like it. Awesome Dance Song from 1986, Baltimore, Tarzan Boy. Great single there. The B-side is Tarzan Boy, the dub version. Gibbity ball, gibbity ball. Tonight's the night. Oh, you won't find it. Yeah, I like that song. This one's a picture disc, which is kind of cool, of Dan Auerbach's side project, The Arcs. And I'll take this out so you can see it. California Interlude and Backstage Mess. I've not heard The Arcs, but for 50 cents, that's what I paid for it. Fuck it, I'll get it. For 50 cents. But just died recently, the great Miles Godwin, and Just Between You and Me. And the B-side is... What is the B-side to this? Big City Girls, isn't it? Yeah, Big City Girls. And great song by April Wine. One of the earlier power ballads, you know, that and Keep on Loving You came out back to back, maybe Best of Times. 2 by Styx, you know. While You See a Chance, Stevie Winwood, love this song. B-side is Vacant Chair from the his self-titled album that came out back in 1977. So kind of a cool B-side to have. On the Island label, there is While You See a Chance, and the B-side, Vacant Chair. While you see a vacant chair, times go back. Hell Street Blues theme, Mike Post with featuring the great guitar work of Larry Carlton. Awesome stuff here. And the B-side is Aaron's Tune. Sure, theme from Hell Street Blues. Love this song when I was a kid. Or love the theme, I should say. Trying to get through these past stuff. I got a few in here that are really, really cool. Show you the three best for last. Gary U.S. Bonds, This Little Girl, 1981 song, single, and Way Back When. Big comeback song for Gary U.S. Bonds. I love this song. And Way Back When. Sorry about the glare or the shine on that. Yeah, this was a huge... I mean, this is when the boss helped him out and got him going. And Bruce Springsteen played on that album, wrote some songs, I believe, on it. We're getting close to being done. Get Wet, Just So Lonely. This is some great fucking sugary pop from 1981. The song Get Just So Lonely barely hit the top 40. Hit in the late 30s, 39, 38 or something like that, in the early summer of 1981. Great single. And produced by Phil Ramone. And the B-side is Turn On Your Lights. And I have the full-length album. I actually have 2 copies. So you can see it. Just So Lonely Get Wet, and then Turn On the Lights. Yeah, good stuff. Good pop. This is really, really good pop. Phil Ramone, of course, I just mentioned his name, from Billy Joel fame, actually produced this album. It's like I said, it's just pop. It's not even new wave, to be honest. This is a good find right here. Stars was Cherry Baby and Rock 6 Times. Great, great song by Stars. Cherry Baby being like one of their singles, one of their big singles. So, just on Capitol. You could at least see the Rock 6 Times more than you could see the Stars thing, but whatever. This one was cool because this is like a poster sleeve, and I like these. You don't see a lot of these. David Bowie, Tonight. This one was $1, but fuck it. I said I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. So I'll show you the 45 first, and I'll take the poster out. So Tonight was from the album that had what, Blue Jean on it. Was that the name of the album? Tonight? Yeah, the name of the album is Tonight. So it's the self-titled single from that, and the follow-up to Blue Jean, and Tumble and Twirl. I've been looking for some Bowie on 45. Anything by him. I love to get changes on 45, but last but not least, and this one was $5, and I picked this up at the Kalamazoo record show, and this is like an absolute steal. Pussy Galore, Feel Good About Yourself. This is good stuff. Going back to 1985, noisy, raucousy, noisy kind of garage punk, post-punk, I guess. I don't know how you... If you heard Pussy Galore, you know they're fucking brutal. John Spencer before he joined the Blues Explosion. Just picture the band. The songs on here are Die Bitch, HC Rebellion, Constant Pain, and Car Fantasy. Constant Pain and Car Fantasy being on side 2, side B, and side A, Die Bitch and HC Rebellion. Fucking love Pussy Galore. I have a vinyl by him, like a full-length record, but I love this fucking band, man. Fucking great stuff. Pussy Galore is awesome. And I'll show you real quick. I got a this is for the October show, but they used to have these flyers out all the time, and this was the Kalamazoo record show, Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is a great fucking record show. This is Sunday, October 6th. From 10 to 4 is the next show. I went to the October 21st show. That's the show I went to. And yes, I got this at the show. Alright. Some albums I want to go through. Like I said, I got to rock through this shit because I got so much to show you. These first 5 albums I picked up from Satellite Records, which is a record store in Kalamazoo. I went there, or not Satellite Records, Greenlight Music. I went there because I knew they were going to have some record store day releases, but I didn't want to spend the money because I was saying, well, I'm going to get better shit at that record show. So I didn't get any record store day releases. I will have one I'll show you in a future update, but I'm not showing it today because I didn't get that in Kalamazoo. So first one is Trampoline, and I couldn't find anything out about this fucking band, so it's fucking annoying. The album's so big it's covering my face, god damn it. Trampoline. Yeah, so early 80s. I mean, if you see those leather pants, you could probably guess hard rock with some new wave in it, AOR. If anybody knows Trampoline, let me know. I couldn't find anything out about it. This band, I actually had to do a little research, but I found some stuff out. Their second album by Straps with Secret Damage. So this is on the Harvest label, and that's why I picked it up. This was $2. I'm like, I'll take a chance. It's on Harvest. Love this label, Harvest, right there. You can see it. I think this is an English band, and it is some real fucking, like I said, if I didn't show the back there, fucking Deep Purple worship here. Oh my God, Uriah Heep, great kind of progressive hard rock from the late 70s. Really, really good stuff. I was playing this for Sean. He's like, that sounds like Deep Purple. I go, yeah, fucking, or Uriah Heep, or both of them. Really, really good stuff. So I had not heard of this band before, but yeah, Straps. Yeah. Kind of a stupid name for a group, but whatever. But it's good. I don't give a shit. So this one I picked up because it was $3, and I love the title song from the album with the same title of the song. It was a hit for him, Tommy James with 3 Times in Love. So this is 1980s Tommy James, very mellow, kind of reflective. I'd almost say like soft rock version of Tommy James. The songs are pretty mellow and breezy, but I don't give a shit because I love I love Tommy James, all his shit, and I like the soft rock stuff he did too. So, 3 Times in Love was the big hit on here. Great song. It's Magic's another pretty good song on here. You Got Me. Most of this is kind of acoustic, soft rock. But if you're a fan of Tommy James, like I am, then you'll like it. I seriously, guys, I got probably 50 records I gotta show you, so I can't take a long time on these. Second album by Ramen Lane in the Chartbusters. What is this album called? Imitation Life. Great band out of Boston. This band, she sounds a little bit like Patti Smythe from like Scandal, but this is harder rocking. It's more like college rock with a little jangle in it. Just a little jangle. Man, this is not power pop or new wave. It's really good, almost like early 80s college rock. And Robin Lane, I think she did I think she was a backup singer for a little while, I want to say. I think so, but I can't remember. For Van Morrison, maybe even? I think she was like a backup vocalist for a little bit. But don't quote me on that because I don't want some comment about this, when was it? You know, I think she was. So, really, really good early 80s. Almost like just straight out rock / college rock with a little jangle in it. Really good stuff. The first song on here, For You, is awesome. Say Goodbye is a good track on here. No Control. This is definitely worth picking up. The production on this album sucks. I think I showed you the back of this. I like to flip them back and forth. The production leaves a lot to be desired, but you know, other than that, it's a good find. This one I'm super stoked about getting for, and the price was right on it. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take out this album because this is fucking awesome for the price I paid. It was $9, but fuck it. It is Jethro Tull's Living in the Past. Now you're like thinking, well, why would you pay $9? It's a common record. Because this record is hard to fucking find in really, really good shape. And it really covers their first 2-3 albums, which is my favorite era of Jethro Tull. But, I mean, this has got the booklets in it. Let's see if I can show you pages. The band right here. These albums are in great fucking shape. It's hard for me to pull this out, but these albums are like in incredible shape. So I picked them up. And I have this, but not in this good a shape. These albums are super like VG. There's a few light scratches on this side, but the most of this album is in really, really good shape. So, an anthology, like I said, of their earlier stuff. I think this was released in 72. I'm a big Jethro Tull nut, and I fucking love this band. So dirty fucking hippie, fucking progressive rock group. I fucking love them. They're the only progressive rock group that looks like they haven't showered in like weeks. They're so dirty looking. I fucking love it. You know, when I was a kid, like Aqualung, man, that ruled my shit, man. I tell you. But there's a vacuuming sound going on. I'm not sure where that's coming from, so hopefully that doesn't bother us too much. All right, the 2 I picked up from Satellite Records. I didn't spend a lot on these. And these are kind of like greatest hits of artists. But I saw the cover on this one. I had to get it. Traffic. And this is, I think it's just called Greatest Hits. More Heavy More, Greatest Hits of Traffic. This this was $3.50, and this cover said I had to get it. Just the fucking cover alone. And it's just got like some songs from the first album, some songs from the second album. Like, what's that great song on here? No Face, No Number. No Face, No Name, No Number. Gorgeous song on here. Pearly Queen, John Barleycorn. What Tomorrow May Bring. You Can All Join In. Great live version of Give Me Some Lovin' on here. This is really, really good. Really, really good. I love Traffic. Love Traffic. One of my favorite bands from the 70s. United Artists. Yeah, I think that's my brother's vacuuming out there, so sorry about that. This is the Greatest Hits compilation too. I love this fucking band. I'm always looking for their shit. Every time I go into a record store, I look for their stuff. The Move with Split Ends. These are, I think, a few songs that were not on the Message from the Country album that were added. Like Tonight, I think, was one of the songs. But this has got the original version of Do Ya, and of course Jeff Lynne sings on that, and of course this has Down by the Bay, California Man, Until Your Mama's Gone. That's a great rock and roller. No, I fucking love this band, The Move. I mean, I love this band. I'm almost obsessed with them because every time I go look for records, I'm looking for United Artists. I think I showed you that already. I'm always looking for the Move records. So that's it for that. Now I'm going to show you my friend Harvey. I picked out a handful of records from his collection, and I will show you those next. So Harvey has a basement, and he basically shows, or he basically lets people come into his basement and buy records. That's in his house, which is insane. And they're usually, records are anywhere from like 50 cents. He's got a 50-cent room to like $2 and up. And I usually just get the $2.50 records. The first one is Edwin Hawkins Singers Live. This is some fucking pristine fucking gospel here. Of course, Edwin Hawkins got big with Oh Happy Day, which is great. But yeah, this is really, really good gospel from 1974. And they do Oh Happy Day on here, and Lean on Me on here, and Jesus Children of America, the Stevie Wonder song. So Lean on Me, of course, Bill Withers song that was made popular. Plus another gimme to get this was It's on Buddha. Anything on this fucking label I snag. I've been telling my brother, I'm like, I've been listening to a lot of 70s stuff. I'm fucking obsessed with it. Like, it's such great music. You know, even the like pop radio stuff in the 70s is awesome. Here's another one, Five Blind Boys from Alabama. This is off the Everest recording, archive of gospel music, although Everest did folk too. If you've heard Five Blind Boys Alabama, they're like a gospel, like legendary gospel group. They've been around forever, Yeah, it's really good gospel, very soulful vocals. This band could have been a soul group had they not chose to go down the gospel route, but they wanted to sing for the Lord, which is, I guess, is fine with me. I don't give a shit. But that's what they want to do. All right. And the next, and this one's going to bother me for a minute, but I'm going to try to I'm not going to cry because that's for pussies. Oh, well, you can't even say that because, you have to say, men can cry too, But this one kind of cuts deep for me. A good friend of mine who I'd known for years, we went up to go see him at his house when I was in Michigan, and the house was padlocked, and I asked the neighbor who was outside, I said, well, where's Dave at, my friend Dave? And he said, oh, you didn't know? He passed away in January. Well, we've been trying to get a hold of him for months and couldn't get a hold of him. And I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked. I was sad, but I wasn't sad. But I saw this record for 50 cents at Harvey's, and I bought it because it reminds me of my friend Dave, and he loved this group, Sons of the Pioneers. And this is Riders in the Sky. I think this is like a greatest hits compilation, 2-album compilation of Sons of the Pioneers. Song tracks on the back here. I thought Roy Rogers actually sang in this band, but don't quote me. It's just on a Dynaflex. I'm not going to pull all the way out. But these guys sung Cool Water, which is a weird song in a way. But they also sung Riders in the Sky, Ghost Riders in the Sky. You know, great song that, of course, the Outlaws did, Johnny Cash did. But they also did Ballad of Davy Crockett, High Noon, Cigarettes, Whiskey, and Wild Woman, awesome song on here. And really kind of the one that really gets me. And I was listening to it, like I just kept playing it over and over the other night ago. A song in here called There's a Gold Mine in the Sky. And, you know, it just got me thinking of my friend Dave, and all the times I shared with him and his sense of romance for the West and stuff like that. He was like a kind of a liberal survivalist guy, a conspiracy theorist, lived on the outside, but could handle it. You know, some people can't live on the outside. And so if there is a gold mine up in the sky, I hope that son of a bitch is getting rich right now. All right. Steppenwolf, this is great. I've had this before. Live 1967 at the Matrix in San Francisco. This is excellent. They're one of the best hard rock bands that no one ever talks about, Steppenwolf. And their long version of the Pusher on here is fucking great. 20 minutes of this shit. But Karina's on here. Howl for My Baby. Power Play. Some great blues jams on here. This is more bluesy and I think in kind of jam bandy-ish than more of the heavier stuff that came a little bit later on. But Steppenwolf is one of the best of the early 70s hard rock bands in my opinion. Jimmy Page, Land's End. Look how doofusy he looks here. Jimmy Page, one of the great songwriters of his time. I mean, God, this guy wrote fucking Up and Away, the Fifth Dimension song, By the Time I Get to Phoenix. I mean, Isaac Hayes covered that, so did Glenn Campbell, Wichita Lineman. I mean, this dude wrote singles that were big hits, which was also covered by Glenn Campbell. But look how doofusy he looks right there. This is pretty good, kind of soft pop. It doesn't blow me away. Like, the review I read on this is like, it sucks because his voice is so fucking weak. His voice is a little anemic, but it doesn't really bother me. There's a ton of strings on this. This is like really early 70s. Like, this wouldn't be out of line with like a, what's his name, Gilbert O'Sullivan or fucking Neil Diamond album. But it certainly has a charm to it, you know. Definitely not his probably best record, but look, I just have to show you the back. Look how stupid he looks. The Boyfriend. I always thought she was really weird. This is the soundtrack to the Ken Russell movie, which I guess was a musical. And I've not heard anything on this, but look how fucking weird Twiggy looks. I always thought she was the weirdest looking lady. Open it up and you can see the gatefold with all this shit on here. And then the back. So, yeah, music score from the movie. Never even heard of the movie. Love Ken Russell. Of course, the guy directed Altered States and The Devils. And I know I'm missing one that's right on the top of my tongue. I can't remember it. But lots of good movies. Ken Russell, the man. So, Lair of the White Worm. A weird horror movie from the late 80s. This one I just saw and I picked it up. And I kind of wish I wouldn't have because This is on that shit Palace label, and I already have a record from him on that label, and it's not very good, but Ray Charles. That's right, and the sounds of rhythm and blues. I couldn't hear any of these songs. I looked all over for these songs on YouTube and couldn't find one of these songs on here. Songs like Mama Told Me, All Alone, Yours for the Asking. I don't know any of these songs. Going to the River. So I've not listened to this album yet, but I'm taking it. It's probably going to be low budget, shit sounding Ray Charles, which I got to stop doing that because I picked up another record by him and it was shit sounding, low budget Ray Charles. Go figure. This album's going for a lot more now. I just picked it up because it's the cheapest I'm going to fucking find it. Christopher Cross, self-titled album. First 1980, of course, was all the rage in 1980. Big singles off here, Ride Like the Wind and Sailing. But I'm a big fan of the song Never Be the Same, and like the song in here, I Really Don't Know Anymore. It's almost like screaming in that song or shouting. It's strange, but Say You'll Be Mine is kind of a breezy, fun, light song on here with, I think, Nicolette Larson singing background vocals. But Michael McDonald's on here, Larry Carlton, God, who else is on here? Don Henley, Eric Johnson, who's who of studio musicians is on here. I'm surprised no one from Toto played on here, but I was seeing. But Michael Mardian, J.D. Souther does some background vocals. This is an institution in soft rock. Come on now. I know a lot of people hate on him, but I fucking like Christopher Cross. You know what? That makes me lame. Whatever. This is cheesy. It's called Carnival 79. It's really kind of overtly festive samba music. Samba de Infredo. I just bought it for the cover. Come on, look at that jiggle. Just fucking kidding with y'all. Well, not really kidding. That's the inside. I bought these Carnivals before. I had like the Carnival 78 and it sucked. But I bought it anyways. It's fun. It's on top tape. Yeah, it's like really cheesy, like kind of almost overproduced. Like the horns are all over the place. Repetitive, happy, optimistic stuff. I had to kind of be in the mood for this kind of shit, but sometimes it hits me right. It's a lot of fun. It's like world music for the silly world music, but like I said, it's got a place in my collection for sure. We're almost done with these, and I still got a ton left to show you. So, Staying Out Late with Beat Rodeo. Yes, Beat Rodeo. This is good stuff. This is their second album off of IRS, 1985, and this band kind of gets shit on for not being very they're considered like their music's considered kind of forgettable. But I think for Beat Rodeo, to me anyways, that they're just a really good fucking sorry, there you can see them right there up close. Here's the back too. But they're just a really good kind of, I guess, mix between new wave, college rock, and roots rock. They're not as roots rocking as like fucking Los Lobos or Del Fuegos or the Blasters, but there is a bit of root sensibility, or Green on Red, another one. But there's rootsiness in here. To me, it just kind of sounds more like a college band, you know, than anything like a college rock band. So, Just Friends, the first song on here is really good. Really good track. Gene Parsons, Kindling, the first album, solo album, studio album too, solo studio album from the drummer of the Byrds and member of Flying Burrito Brothers, Gene Parsons. And this is like straight up fucking like country rock at its sort of finest, and it's smooth, it's mellow, really good stuff. It's got a lot of people playing on here too. Clarence White's on here. Ralph Stanley is on here. Vassar Clements. Yeah, and it's pretty smooth, mellow kind of country rock. The song on here that kind of cracks me up is the Weird Sonic Bummer. That's the name of the track on here, and it's fucking weird. It's just the lyrics just about chickens and stuff like that. Yeah, I have to hear it to believe it. It's the strangest song on here. It might be one of the strangest songs I've heard in recent memories. So, Gene Parsons, good. That's a good pickup. Two from speaking in that, we're going to stay in that country rock vein, sort of. Two from the great band Illinois Speed Press here. This very first album. This is Cal David and Paul Cotton. Paul Cotton went on to replace Jim Messina in Poco, I believe. And this is their first album. Kind of bluesy, kind of laid-back country stuff. Definitely a little bit more intense than the follow-up album. Really, really good songs on here. Here's the inside of it with the Illinois Speed Press. I've had this in the past, and for some reason I was so fucking curious to hear what this sounded like again. I got it. And this was $2, so. And then the second Illinois Speed Press album, the follow-up, and the last album they made before Paul Cotton went to Poco. This is Duet. That's the name of this album. This is pretty fucking like country folkish from what I can remember. The song Country Dumpling is pretty good on here. Sadly Out of Place is another really good song on here. It's got like a long fucking song on here. Dearly is the name of it. Just kind of a mellow vibe, mellow track on here. Yeah. Another Illinois Speed Press. I kind of like that name, Illinois Speed Press, because it's so weird. Doesn't seem like it would fit. We're cranking, dudes. Sheb Woolley, the very best of. I thought this was a good pickup because there he is right there. Of course, he was known for Purple People Eater, and that was his song, but he's kind of like novelty pop / he kind of went more country as he went along. The songs are pretty good. He's got a song in here called Cowboy Hero, Natchez Landing. They were kind of more country sounding, but he's got a kind of a smooth voice though when he's not doing like, you know. And of course, Sheb Woolley was in movies, and then he had a comedic persona, like an alter ego, and I can't remember the name of the guy whose alter ego is. Of course, somebody will probably tell me. He was in Rin Tin Tin, that show. I mean, he also starred, I think, as the principal, or one of the coaches or principals in the movie Hoosiers. He's an old cat by this time, but I've never seen Sheb Woolley's stuff out in the wild, and I fucking said, fuck it, I'll get it. So 50s, 60s pop kind of stuff. This one is awesome. Oh man, is this fucking awesome. This is awesome. This is Monaco, and this is, what is the name of this? The Virgin Concert in Budokan Live. You can see the Japanese strip right here. She's obviously a Japanese pop singer, and this is very much like Madonna, synth pop, you know, that kind of stuff, and it's great. You can see, I'll show you. Monaco. Let's see if I can get a better photo here. I have to pull it this way so you can see it close up. Yeah, it's good 80s pop, J-pop, I guess. And this shit, like the K-pop shit was so big in the fucking right now, or was so big not too long ago. I just said, fuck it, I will buy this. Does this have a gatefold? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's got the OB strip right here. If I can open it up. There she is, Monoko. I think her last name was Honda. Monoko Honda. Monako Honda. I think it's her last name. This is like the first J-pop record I think I've ever owned, or, you know. So they got the lyrics in English. Yeah. If there's another picture of Monaco. I don't want to spend too long, but I figured this one was cool. Yeah, this one was $3.50. I saw it. My brother picked up the rest of them. There was like 3 or 4 of them, and he picked up the rest of them. I'm like, damn it, Brian. So, yep, this one was actually $3. So, I think a good price on that for me. You know, I would have paid $5 for this just because it's such a rarity for my collection. So, Monaco, pretty cool. And the last thing I picked up from Harvey's before I show you the record store stuff, and this is fucking excellent. I've been kind of looking for this, but not looking hard, but maybe one day if I found it, I would pick it up, and I got it. It's David Allan Coe with, what is this album? Underground album, going back to 1982. This record was pressed and released by David Allan Coe on DAC, David Allan Coe Records. You can only get it when he was doing shows or through Easy Rider magazine. I think that's a biker magazine that you can get. You can order the album. This was not something that was released in record stores out loud. And I've heard a lot about his like sort of like dirty shit, and that's exactly what this is. It's like filthy shit. And one of the songs I'm not even going to say because I'll fucking get banned from YouTube for saying it, so I'm not even going to fucking bother. But he's got songs on here like Little Susie Swallow Throat, Pick 'em, Lick 'em, and Stick 'em, Fucking in the Butt, and Don't Bite the Dick. Well, that cracks me though. Fuck off. And then he's got like Rock and Roll Fever. I'm not even going to show you the other side. Like, you know, YouTube will, you know, ban you for certain things. So, and I want to keep doing these videos, but so David Allan Coe. This goes back to 1982. Really, really fucking raunchy country outlaw music with fucking great dirty lyrics. I love it, love it, love it. So fucking awesome. That was a great find. That was $5. All right, so these are my record store pickups. I got a lot to show you left, so I'm gonna go through them quick. This is, I picked these up from an older gentleman, the first 4, and these were all like $4 to $8. This one was $4. This is Tommy Sankton's Black Eagle Jazz Band, 1971, featuring Chester Vardis on the big guitar right there. And what the fuck is that? New Orleans jazz, really, really jumping swing jazz, really good stuff. I don't listen to a lot of this stuff, but I fucking, for $4. And the guy behind me, he must have been in his 80s. He's like, this wonderful music. And I like listening to old people tell me what's good, because usually there's some sentimental attachment to it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll give it a shot. This is a double album by the band Hot Tuna. This is Double Dose. This one was $6 I got from his table, and this is really, really good. Fucking heavy funk rock. Like, it's like a mix of funk and jam band music in blues rock, boogie, and it's awesome. Songs on here like I Wish You Would, Talking About You, Funk 7, I See the Light, I Can't Be Satisfied. This is a fucking jamming album. And of course, this band was founded by Horma Kakuin, I can't even say his fucking name, and Jack Cassidy, both of Jefferson Airplane. But this is jamming as fuck. I've seen a lot of Hot Tuna stuff, but never heard them. Of course, on Grunt label right there. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, this one was, like I said, was $6. I was like, this old dude was so cool. Like, I had to buy something from him. This one I would have bought from him no matter what. Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Volume 2. Yes, that's right. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and the guest on here are crazy good. I'll read it off to you. You have Roy Acuff, you have Paulette Carlson, the Carter Family, Johnny Cash, June Carter, Roseanne Cash, John Denver, Emmylou Harris, Levin Helm of the band, John Hyatt, Chris Hillman of the Byrds, Bruce Hornsby, Roger McGuinn of the Byrds, Michael Martin Murphey of Wildfire fame, a song, Newgrass Revival, great bluegrass, John Prine, Earl Scruggs, Ricky Skaggs, Bella Fleck, Bernie Leadon from the Eagles, Sam Bush from Newgrass Revival, Mark O'Connor, great violin player. It's a who's who of fucking session players, and it's like a modern country bluegrass from the late '80s. So it has the production. Not to me, it's not as good as the first "Will the Circle Be Unbroken," but it's solid. It's solid. You just have to get used to sort of like the sound on it. It doesn't sound as like to me as good as the first album. So it's a double album. It was $8. I was happy to get it. And then this one, of course, was awesome too. Neil Young's Zuma. This is excellent too. And this is his follow-up from Tonight's the Night. A lot of love songs on here. Lots of grungy rock on here too, like Barstool Blues. That's a rocker. The Cool Danger Bird. I kind of like that song. And of course, my all-time favorite Neil Young song, Cortez the Killer. Love that song. There it is right there. Yeah. Love Neil Young. My friend Ken's going to see him, I think, sometime this summer. All right. So the next three I picked up from a gentleman, and these are all kind of like, he was just a nice guy, and his records were cheap, so I bought them. This one was $2. This is Jonah Coslin and the Heroes. Jonah Coslin sung, that's him right there with the mustache. Sorry about the glare. He sung with the band Breathless. That was his band, and before that he was in the Michael Stanley band. And his vocals are really good, especially on that Backstage album that they did, that great double live album. But Jonah Coslin's a great singer-songwriter in his own right. And this album is a little bit, it's weird. It's like, it's kind of abstract in a way. It's kind of new wave. It's kind of early 80s rock. This is a hard album to kind of put a finger on. It's more arty than I thought it would be. Songs like Sam the One is really catchy. Aces is a really good track on here. The ballad on here, Lost Without Her Love, is kind of weird in a way. Definitely more art rock than you would think it would be. Definitely worth checking out if you have not heard Jonah Coslin. Good stuff. Some great power pop here by the Shoes. Fucking love this band. Tongue Twister. This is their third album from 1980. Is it 1980? Yes. Very, very, very Beatles melodies. 1981. Very poppy. I don't think I heard as many riffs on this as like on Present Tense and Black Vinyl Shoes. But it's still power pop. It's catchy as hell. These guys love the Beatles, love those melodies, carried it over. Great band from Illinois. So if you've not heard of Shoes, man, this band is fucking great. And the last record I picked up from them, and this one is probably the biggest disappointment that I've gotten easily. Sorry, guys. I'm really trying to scoot through these fast. This is Edwin Hawkins, and it is Music Arts Seminar Chicago with the Mass Choir. I love the cover. This one was $7. It's sealed. It's gospel, and it's not very good. I listened to about half of this yesterday online, and I was really annoyed with it. Songs like Him, I'm Gonna Praise Him. This sounds like modern, like in the 80s, 90s gospel, and that stuff to me, some of it is just absolutely hot trash. Some of it. This I thought was pretty mundane. I think the Edwin Hawkins I showed you earlier was better. I don't know. I might sell this. I might not even keep this open. I was really, really disappointed with it. Got to keep going. This one I decided to pick up because, you know what? I wanted a copy of this. I knew it wasn't going to be cheap. I figured I might as well get it now because this album is selling for $30. I got this for $22. I thought it was a good deal. Highway to Hell, AC/DC. Fucking excellent record. I don't need to say anything. Bon Scott's last record. Love this fucking album. I think the sound on this is incredible. Malcolm's playing is incredible. Bon's vocals are incredible. I mean, everything is great on this album. The songs love Hungry Man, Beating Around the Bush, If You Want Blood, You've Got It, Highway to Hell, Touch Too Much, Walk All Over You. God damn. Shot Down in Flames. Get It Hot. Every song on here is a banger. And then the last song in here is killer. A literally killer song because Richard Ramirez loved it. The song Night Prowler. So, landmark album. I don't even say anything else. That. All right. So these next, these next 6 or 7 I picked up from a guy named Steve, who was a vendor at the Kalamazoo Record Show. I've known him for years. I used to sell at the show. I never really bought much from his table because his stuff I always thought was a little high end for me, at least back then when I was dirt poor. But this is what I got. George Harrison, Somewhere in England. So this is George Harrison, 1981. My brother got this for me. I actually bought some of these records. This one in particular, and it's good. It's got all those years ago on it. It's pretty mellow, but the song on here, Teardrops, which was the follow-up single, did not chart well, but it is really catchy. The song on here, Writings on the Wall, is good. Life Itself is a good song. This is a mellow album. That's how I best I can explain it. It's got some good tracks on here, though. Another George Harrison gem here is Living in the Material World. So this is the follow-up to All Things Must Pass. A lot of people think this doesn't have that sort of epic focus, and it doesn't, but it's got lots of really, really good songs on here, like Living in the Material World, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. Is that the name of that song? What else is on here? It's embarrassing, but I don't remember. Yeah, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. Don't Wait Too Long is a great song on here. And what's that one? The Lord Loves the One that Loves the Lord is really good. And this thing is in great shape on Dark Horse. I didn't even pull out that Somewhere in England one. I was just like, fuck it, But this one's cool. The Gatefold. I've been collecting George Harrison stuff. If you watched the show, you've probably seen a few George Harrison albums in there. So this one was $7. I can't go wrong with that. Yeah, $7 with the insert. Great boogie rock from England. This fucking band rules. Savoy Brown. This is a step further. This goes back to 1968, I believe. Has a big, badass live boogie version of Whole Lot of Shaking Going On, Little Queenie, of course, the Chuck Berry, Purple Haze, Hernando's Hideaway. This album rips. It's fucking good blues rock from England, of course. Songs like Made Up My Mind or Killer, Life's One Act Play, I'm Tired. Really, really good blues rock stuff. Kind of psychedelic at times, but man, oh man, this band fucking thumps. So if you haven't gotten to Savoy Brown and you like blues rock, now you need to, because they're fucking excellent. Another fucking badass banger from the 74 power trio here, and I don't need to say anything. This is Beck, Bogert, and Capice with their self-titled album. This goes back to 74. Of course, this is Carmen Apiece on drums from Vanilla Fudge. You have Tim Bogert on guitar. I think he's on bass. Who played in Cactus, wonderful band. And then, of course, Jeff Beck, who is the master motherfucker. This album bangs. Fucking hard rock and shit. It's so good. Blues rock with a fucking attitude. The version of Superstition on here, the Stevie Wonder version, is awesome. Black Cat Moan is another killer track on here. Ladies, a good track on here. Yeah, this album's badass. Really good early 70s power trio stuff. I'm trying to get these done before Alice Cooper, Love It to Death. Maybe his first traditional album when you think of Alice. This is fucking excellent. This one was $8. Yeah, I've been trying to get Alice's stuff on vinyl. I love them. This has got Black Juju on it. I'm 18. Sun Arise, the last song on here, is really weird because it's like super optimistic. Caught in a Dream, really psychedelic. Isn't My Body, catchy as hell. And then to me, the highlight is Bella and Dwight Fry. This is like, and even Alice said this. This is my first Alice Cooper sounding album. And you think about all the stuff that came afterwards. You know, this was that album that was real important, and one of his best albums too. So if you've not heard Love It to Death, it's a lot different than, you know, even like Welcome to My Nightmare. It's definitely more psychedelic and shit, but it's super good. Strong Arm of the Law, Saxon. Did I need this? No, I got it anyways. I'm going to say I think this is their second or third album. I already have this, but I got another copy of this. This album fucking bangs, though. Great new wave of British heavy metal. Songs like fucking To Hell and Back Again, Taking Your Chances, Dallas 1 p.m., Strong Arm of the Law, Short Form Girls, or Six Form Girls, sorry, Hungry Years. This album bangs. It's just great fucking metal from the early 80s. I love this band, Saxon. They're great. I'm looking for a copy of Wheels of Steel. That's what I'm looking for. Scorpions, Tokyo Tapes. My brother got this one for me. This was $25. This is awesome. Their live versions on here are great. Uli John Roth is shredding like a motherfucker on here. The song In Trance is really good on here. Robot Man. She's a Woman, He's a Man. Or He's a Woman, or He's a Woman, She's a Man is great. This is just a great live album. One of the, I think a lot of people would even say, one of the better ones of the 70s live albums. And I've been looking to get this, but this thing is always like 30 or 40 bucks, and this one was 25. I'm cranking. Motorhead, my first Motorhead album. I had to get it. This is, what is it called? Tales of Glory, live at Lemurs in, was it New York, New Jersey, 1983. Yeah, Filthy Phil Taylor on drums. This thing rips. Fucking, I love Motorhead. Saw them live, they were great. I just don't have anything by them on vinyl until now. So this has got Tales of Glory on it, Marching Off to War, Iron Horse, Born to Lose, Another Perfect Day. Fucking banging. I love this song on here, I Got Mine. Fucking love it. So this is my very first, and maybe first of many fucking Motorheads, and it's sealed too. It's like sealed, just so you can see. It's, yeah, like you could see that it's sealed. Now this one was 25. I bought it. Probably didn't need it, but what the fuck. All right, the next two I got from this really interesting sort of. I don't know what he was, but he was a really cool. I think he said he was getting sexual resurgery. Not weird and like that's weird, but like it's just he was selling records and it was very obvious he was getting a boob job. And I always fucking, it always cracks me up when people are that ballsy, because you know they get shit, and they're not gonna get any from me because I don't care what he does. But yeah, like it was kind of, he's kind of a cool guy. But I bought these from him. Shoes, present tense. This is the second Shoes album. I showed you Tongue Twister earlier. This is excellent. This and Black Vinyl Shoes are really, to me, all you need with the Shoes. They got a little too like into the new wave. I think they're better when they're doing like power pop, and this is power pop to what it should sound like. Riffs and harmonies, catchy pop, harmonies and riffs to spare. This is one of the better power pop albums of the late 70s in my opinion. Songs like Too Late, Hanging Around With You, Your Very Eyes, Tomorrow Night. This thing is great. I almost think this is their best album, but Black Vinyl Shoes I like even more because it was like produced like on a 4-track. So I like the like sort of like lo-fi sound on that fucking shit. But Silver Convention, yeah, I don't know why I got this, because I heard Fly Robin Fly on fucking the radio. I guess it got me thinking of it. Band from Germany. Kind of a list of like, this happened a lot in the 70s with disco stuff. This is shit. This is abject shit disco, and I love every minute of it. This is like the kind of disco that is so bland, like insidiously in a way awful, but I fucking love it. Because it's a challenge to me to hear it. Their vocals are fine, but it's just like such redundant almost like dog shit disco. That I like it because it is that, you know. I don't like it because it's bad. I like it because it challenges you to like find something in it that's redeemable. And I'm not really trying to shit on these guys because whatever. But you know, this has got "Save Me." That's a pretty decent song. Of course, "Fly Robin Fly" on here. "Chains of Love" is a decent track. I mean, I like disco, but this is really like fucking. Yeah. Alright, so the next 4 I picked up from my friend, 5 I got from my friend Andrew, who is one of the weirder but funner guys that I met. When I used to do the shows, he used to be the guy that you get the weird shit from. He's still the guy to get the weird shit from. So these are going to be a little bit more off the beaten path. Here is Three-Legged Race. And the songs on here are Living Order and Morning Order. Three Living Race, I believe he is a one-man sort of experimental electronic artist, whatever you want, act. I think his name's Roger Rodney Beatty. And Three-Legged Race does some really cool stuff. It's really like, it really blurs the line between being experimental and being electronic, and doing them both real well. And it's got kind of a catchiness to it. The songs have kind of like a groove to them. It's really weird, but it's good stuff. So Three-Legged Race. This next one, oh my god, I should have saved this one last, but this is fucking ridiculous. This is Leslie Bell and what is this? And the First Bang Band. I don't know if you can see that. Look at these dudes. Look at these guys. My friend, my friend Andrew goes, "Are they gay? Are they Nazis? Are they gay Nazis?" I don't know what the fuck. This band is. It's really interesting music. It's jazz, swing with rock and roll in it, with just a dash bit of fucking like. What's the word? Art rock or avant-garde maybe to it, because it's so ridiculous. And the lead singer's got the thinnest voice, and he sings like fucking Gene Vincent, but it's very thin, and it's awesome. This is like really, really interesting shit. I want to say I think these guys are from San Diego maybe, or they played on some fucking news show that you can see on YouTube. Yeah. This is like easily the most fucking entertaining album I got. He just handed it to me. I didn't buy this. It was $10. I would have bought it for $10, but he goes, "No, just have it." This goes back to 1984. But check them out on YouTube and tell me what you think. Leslie Bell and the First Bang Band. I think it's interesting. I really do. I think it's interesting stuff. Awesome hardcore here. Stoic Violence. Just mean, really mean, fucking nasty hardcore. Really good stuff. Songs on here like "Fight Them All," "What I See." Really, really, really more on the angrier side of hardcore than, you know, a lot of this shit got real fucking intense, and this is one of the more intense groups. I don't have time to pull out the albums, or I would. Rumpf. I thought this was from Germany, but I think these guys are Belgium. And this is, what's the name of this album? A Hard Day's Night. 1990 release, I think, I want to say, off of Play It Again Records, which is basically like fucking, it's industrial music. So Play It Again is like Wax Trax. Play It Again Sam Records, I mean, is like Wax Trax stuff. So it's really electronic sounding industrial music. Really messes around with lots of like weird little electronic loops. And it's got like little buttons, and it's weird. It's very electronic, but very industrial too. Not as abrasive as I hoped it would be. It's a lot more kind of electronic and goofy in a way, but really, really interesting songs on here. The song on here, "Fly None Fly," is fucking awesome. That is worth the price of admission alone. And this was $12. And like I said, industrial's getting harder to find. Speaking of industrial, this is Executive Slacks with Nausea. This is a Philly band, and they're doing a very kind of weird experimental industrial sound. They kind of remind me if Godflesh didn't have the abrasiveness, because there's dirginess in it, but it's not as like over the top as like Godflesh, you know. Yeah, this is really, really good stuff. This one was 20, but I think he gave me 10 for it. 10 or 15 for it. But In and Out, it's a good track on here. Nausea, Spiders. Really cool stuff. Be grateful to have this to put in my industrial selection. So, I don't know when these guys came out. I think this is pretty current, though, Executive Slacks. But it's really good. He's like, yeah, he talks like he's got this gravelly voice. Yeah, you gotta get Executive Slacks. Like, you know, he's got this gravelly voice. All right, 3 left. I was going to go back to Andrew's table and buy more stuff from his table. And he goes, you got to come over and look at this guy's shit. And I did. I'm like, holy fuck. This guy had awesome shit. And that's where I picked up the Pussy Galore 7-inch, which I showed you earlier. But this guy had Angelic Upstarts here, Teenage Warning, for $5. It's got obviously some wear on it. The vinyl itself has got some scratches on it. It's not perfect, but I mean it'll play for $5. Band from England, oi, street punk kind of stuff. Really, really good, fucking British punk from the late '70s. Not hardcore, just kind of a traditional punk sound. I was actually looking for some of their stuff. And it's funny because I was going to tell my brother to get some of their stuff because he goes to a punk store over there. But all right, this is a band from Kalamazoo. I think they're from Vicksburg, which is right next to Kalamazoo, that are known as Kazoo Punks. And this is the Elder Gods with Kill 'Em All. So I'm not sure what year this came out. There you can see the Kazoo Punks back there. This one was $12 and worth every fucking penny of it. It is awesome. Very much like rhythmic punk with it's got a little bit of that Chicago kind of Jesus Lizard thing going, but definitely punk, noise punk, probably Affigy's Naked Ray Gun influenced stuff. Really, really good shit. I mean, this band fucking... This is good. Good. So, the Elder Gods. Kazoo Punks. Kalamazoo Punks. Who knew that Kalamazoo had punks? I didn't. And the last thing I'm going to show you, because I got to wrap this up. This is going after an hour. But this is probably one of the weirdest albums I bought. Definitely the weirdest I bought when I was up there. This is Monotrona with Uka meets Jing Kao Ki Poop. Yep. Chi Kawi Poo. Chiclets is good. If you're wondering, yeah, this is fucking weird. Songs on here like Jing Pao is Pao Fo. My name is Jing Pao. King Poo, just like the that other guy. Chiclet Fuel. You love me. And ha ha ha. So, Monotrona is like a one-woman fucking performance artist from Illinois who had done live performance art playing electronic music, and it's like unsettling and goofy at the same time. And I read an interview where she was talking and she said, yeah, if it's not silly, then it's not good. Some of this has to be silly because it's over the top. And the music is fucking ridiculous. It's like electronic music for cartoons. This is almost like something you would hear off of like a cartoon. And it's weird electronic experimental music, I guess, with a sense of silliness and childishness to it that actually gives it a lot of charm. Very, very good, actually, Monotrona. Is that the name? Yeah, Monotrona. So, Yeah, the name of this, one more time, guys. Uka Mich Ching Pao Kipu. So, I mean, just the fact this got a fucking gorilla mask here, and on the back it's got this weird fucker, you know. So that's it. That's all I have. And I told you this video would be long. 1 hour and 5 minutes I'm going on. I will have an update video. I've already bought some records when I was in St. Pete today. And I bought some over the weekend too. And I'm going to get a few this week. So this next update I'll probably show... maybe I'll show the cassettes, the CDs I got. Well, not probably not. Maybe the cassettes, CDs, and about maybe 15 albums. Much shorter than this one. This one, that was 47 albums, guys. I showed you. I picked up in Kalamazoo. I wasn't even trying to get that many, and I just went fucking nuts. So, thanks for watching. I know this one was long, but all my videos are fucking long at this point. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.